So I just want to let y'all know I tried to wait till after the music ended. I don't know if y'all can hear this or not. But anyhow, uh, I live near the sorority. I'm not sure which one it is. I don't know. But they're getting buck wild today. So I hope that does not disturb you. But whoever's playing the music, they're doing a good job. Anyway,
Hello there, and welcome back to my channel, the Yogi Minimalist Fit Enthusiast. The more I say it, it just flows out so nicely. Uh, Sometimes it's a tongue twister. So, anyways, welcome back to my channel. I would like to talk about COVID. Uh, as far as what has it done for you, how has it helped you, and how has it challenged you? So that's in today's discussion. Hang on a second. Water. Ice water today. Usually I drink room temperature water, but it's pretty warm out here in Long Beach today, which is amazing. Drink up, stay hydrated. So, let's get into it. It has been very, very interesting, and I feel like it's good to just release those feelings. I feel like some of us hold those feelings in, especially when there's a lot of change going on. I am guilty of that. I tend to be more internal with my feelings, but internalizing is not necessarily a bad thing, but eventually you need to release it. You need to have an outlet. Feelings, they need to be addressed at some point. And the sooner you do it, I feel the better, the healthier it is. Now, it's not to say that those feelings aren't going to come back up, because healing, it doesn't just work just right away. It's not instant. This is not an instant coffee type of thing. It's just not. Um, I was naive. I thought it was before, but things come back, or there'll be situations that will happen that will trigger what you thought you had healed. And you're like, now this is similar to what had happened before, but it's not necessarily the same thing. But how am I going to address it this time around? This is stuff I actually question. I actually ask myself these questions. Um, so it's something that I feel is super important to do as you are self reflecting. Not a lot of us do that. And it's a personality thing, I feel, but I also feel that it can be something you can teach yourself over time. And as we mature, maybe that comes. Maybe that comes. But, anyways, getting right back into it, COVID, it has helped me in many ways, and it has challenged me in many ways. I'm going to start with the challenge first. COVID has challenged me, for one, its limitations. Um, not being able to go places, see people, all of that. I'm sure we all can relate to that. Um, but But on the flip side, it has helped me because those people that I can't see, or the people in your life that you care about, and hopefully they care about you, but it kind of enhances that. So you find a way, either using social media, using Zoom, or any other type of online streaming, FaceTime, all this different stuff that we have, you know so being grateful for that. I could not imagine this if this was happening in the earlier 2000s, um, or even in the 90s. Like, oh, that's not, imagine that. That's not. But it has helped me realize that your people, right, are not like your people as far as you claiming anyone, not that, but your tribe, the tribe um, that you didn't realize you were a part of, so it's been interesting in that aspect. But it also is very interesting because some of the friends or people that you've known for quite some time, like you, who are they now? And they're probably saying the same thing about you. With all of the stuff that's been happening, with uh, with COVID and with Black Lives Matter, all of that, all of it. I mean, I can go on, but I'm sure we're all well aware of those topics. But with the topic on top of the topics, it's been a lot and triggering, especially if you're someone who's very sensitive. Some of these things may not bother a lot of people, and to some degree, it should. Even if it's not targeted at you, you should be affected in some way because you may know someone that's targeted, or even if you didn't, just having that compassion towards another human being. I don't get when people lack that, but I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. I don't know. Anyways, there's a lot of that going on too. Anyways, before I get off topic, because that will happen. When you are witnessing these things, seeing it, and I personally, I can't watch the news. I just can't. I can't. It's dangerous for me. I start viewing the world differently, and I try to be as positive as I can be. Um, I'm understanding the stuff that's going on, but I also feel like I don't want to die right in, and because there's a lot of stuff that's going on that's not even being shown. And if you are a feeler and seeing, hearing, witnessing all that stuff, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. So, and on the flip side, though, I have been seeing a lot of different organizations. Of course, social media it shows the good and the bad. It shows the good and the bad. So, it really has helped create a good community, especially online, because we're all over the place. So that's been really cool because for me, it gives me hope. It's like, oh, okay, unfortunately, this world, not the world, but the people a part of it, some of us are a little extreme and power, power hungry, money hungry, um, whatever it is. And they're not realizing how it's affecting other people because they're so just stuck on their own personal agenda. And so much has been brought to light with a lot. It's been overwhelming. So I try to look at the positives that's come from it because I feel, and this is just, from my own experience but observation, I feel that when you are able to flip it, that's kind of the direction and sense of urgency that we should be spreading out through ourselves and helping other people activate that. The more we activate it, the less people see of that. Not to say any of those things are going to go away. No, probably not. There's so much work to do, But saying that, put in the work, and that's going to possibly encourage more people to do that. I feel that it's a lot more work that needs to be done than a lot of us thought, I'm sure. Again, I do apologize if you guys are hopefully not distracted with the music that's going on over there. I try to be mindful of that, but they've been playing it all day, and I was like, I want to, be productive, but I also want to be mindful because some people may not want to hear that, you know? So sorry if it's picking up. I'm not sure how it's sounding at this moment in time as I'm recording right now. Anyways, and then with COVID too, it made me realize more about myself. I've always been a homebody anyways, but before I'll be at home, but when it comes to training, I would have multiple jobs. Many of us personal trainers, we train one on one, but we may work at different gyms or private studios. And even as a yoga teacher, same thing. There's different places you can work for, and you have your one-on-one. So, and that's what I'm kind of used to when I am on the go. And then when I'm at home, it's like, okay, I'm chilling out maybe for 2 hours or so. If I am at home, then I'll go on to the next job. But this time, we have all the time in the world to sit and know ourselves a little bit differently. And, I was going through my journals, some of my diaries from like years ago, and it sparked up the courage to start writing again. And I've had my website www.gettingmymojoback.com. I had that for it's been 5 years, and I remember just really enjoying it, the time I was really into it. And then for about 2 years, I wasn't really active on there. And I came to the point where I thought I was going to get rid of the website. I'm glad I didn't. I'm really glad I didn't. But during this time and going and self reflecting and looking at some of my old material or journals, my diary, all that stuff, I was like, you know what? I really do enjoy writing. I really do. And then I started doing more research on my hands because before working at call centers for what 8 years or so, and then then becoming a trainer, when you're at home and you're training and now you're doing more admin stuff and you're doing more promoting and you're doing more writing, my hands were not feeling like how I want them to feel. And I'm like, is this carpal tunnel? Like, what's going on? I'm not used to typing like this so much. So I was doing some more research on it and doing more yoga, which I've been doing yoga for, geez, on and off for about 13 years. Because I want to say I started when I was about 21, 22. I will probably do a separate video on why I started yoga because that can probably take up a little bit more time. But anyhow, I got to know myself again through yoga, and it made me do more research because the beginning of last year on my visual board, I put that would like to become a RIT 200 registered yoga teacher. And I did it. I did it. So that was one of the things that was on my vision board. Another thing was moving, which I ended up moving from Orange County to LA County and Long Beach. So just a lot of different things that COVID has helped me do because I actually made the time to do it. So although there was some bad stuff going on, and unfortunately, a lot of these bad things we have no control over. We have no control over it, but we do have the control with how we're going to move forward. So with that being said, I just wanted to revamp myself. But I do enjoy what I do. I enjoy training and I enjoy being a yoga teacher. And I was teaching yoga even before becoming certified. And that was an accident. That's a whole nother story. But it just one thing led to another. One thing led to another. And it just like, it kept, things were just coming closer to me. It's like, okay, my hands were hurting. Let's do some research. Did some research. And then some moves for yoga came back up. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Started learning more about mudras and different postures, more postures than what I was doing before. And then started going back to school. And it was just a bunch of little things that were just adding up like, okay, this is going somewhere. Now, there were some horrible moments, horrible, horrible. I'm sorry, they are really playing some music and I'm drinking some water. And I'm saying this because I'm also recording for my podcast in case people would like to listen instead of sing. Trying to multitask here. So oh yeah. So with COVID too, it really made me realize how much I don't like dating. I don't like. I'm trying to be more open to not the dating, not the dating. I'm not doing that. Tried that. Been there, done that. Not doing it again. Anyway, I've learned that I have a hard time with getting to know new people. And I am really trying to get out of that because the people that I've known before, not everybody that in the past, but most of the time, you keep going back, and unfortunately that becomes all that you know. You have to be open to expanding yourself, allowing people to know you, and you get the opportunity to learn about them. Whether if it's networking or becoming friends or whatever it is, you have to be open to that. Now, going back to the dating, I was open to that. I was, and I'm proud of myself that I've learned that I didn't like dating, but I also gave an opportunity. But COVID really made me realize that because this whole time I didn't talk to nobody on a dating aspect. I talk to my friends all the time, like, yeah, but nope, I didn't show no one interest. Even those that were in the DMs, I delete, block, bloop, bloop, bloop. Not with it, not with it. No, this ain't gonna be no COVID booty call or whatever you want to call it. Just no, no. So COVID really allowed me to and really enjoy my company. I mean, I'm an introvert. I've always known this, especially just knowing that I'm a social introvert, but I feel like my introvertism it increased. You know what I'm saying? Like it went from, and you know what? It really did increase because on the test it was 60% before, so it would be 60/40, and then it was 80/20, and now it's 90/10. The high numbers, the high percentages that I am giving you, that's the introvert percentage. So it definitely went up. But I've always felt that it was going up as I've grown and matured. By the way, I'll be 35 in September. I know. But yeah, it's crazy to even think that. Anyway, a whole nother thing. So, with that being said, the COVID season, allowed me to, I mean, I always practice what I preach. There are times where I'll slip a little bit, you know, we all do, we're human. But most of the time, I do practice what I preach. And I think that what's make me a good trainer and a good teacher, because you have to be disciplined. You just have to be disciplined. And how can you really help instruct people if you're not really disciplined within yourself, if you're not following those practices? I don't feel that you can be as convincing. And you want to go through the struggle with them too. And it is a struggle when you're trying to, you know, eat clean all the time, work out, practice yoga, meditate. It can be a lot, but also those are the same things that has helped me with anxiety, with depression, ADHD, which I'm sure you guys can tell, especially in this video. That's just, I've accepted that. I use it as a gift. There are times where it can be out of control, but now I know the tools to help me with that. And that's why I like sharing these things, because there are other people that may not realize how working out or practicing yoga or meditating, how those things can really help with anxiety. Has helped me a lot with mental health in general. It helps with all of those things. With me, it definitely helps with my anxiety. It helps with my ADHD. If I'm too hyper and all over the place, just being still, recentering myself, it helps calm everything down, and I'm able to break those things down. Because I'm a creative. I love writing. I love dancing. I love coming up with different workout ideas and sharing that with my clients. The whole YouTube thing came about. I mean, COVID has helped me with that also. So it helped me realize how I can put things together and share that with people, but also get to the point of organizing things, which sometimes I can have a hard time doing that because I have so many different ideas. And just coming to the point of putting things into perspective, I didn't want to just focus on, the athleticism of working out, of doing any of these things. However, I wanted to focus on something that's another element to our well-being, and that is mental health. So this COVID season, it triggered a lot of things, but it also put some things into perspective. So I chose to just channel that, although it has its ups and downs. But yeah, getting right back into it, I really am curious of how COVID has helped you. I'm interested in how it has challenged you. I feel like we can all relate to some degree, how it's been a little bit of both. And I'm sure it may be one or higher than the other. Like it probably has helped you more than challenged you more. For me, it gosh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Because it's that balance, right? It's that balance. But putting things into perspective, like when it comes to the dating and then just knowing myself a little bit more, and then me wanting to just be more of, like, I want to provide a service in some way. In some way, that's just what my aching heart is. I just want to serve people in some way, be productive, and help them. Helping others is like we're helping ourselves, but we're like helping each other. You know, I really just want like a community that focuses on that. You know, because I feel like we all have something to offer for one another. So I don't know. I don't know. COVID has been very, very interesting, and it's gonna be a while, but what are you doing now as far as taking advantage of the downtime? You know, what are you doing, or what have you done in this downtime? Because it's been over a year now. Um, and then also too, like the challenges. What I would like to know these challenges, but also ways you have combat these challenges. So yeah, so self reflection conversation today. I really hope that this video has helped you in some type of way, maybe inspired you, or maybe allowed you to reflect on, this whole COVID stuff, you know. But yeah, let's talk about it. I want you to comment down below. How has COVID helped you? How has it challenged you? What is something you are looking forward to when this is over? And I say over with the question mark because is it really going to be over? I feel like for the most part, you know, it's it's going down and people are living their lives a little bit more. Um, but yeah, still be careful out there. But yeah, share your thoughts below. Thank you so much for joining me today on Mojo Speaks. How has COVID helped you? How has it challenged you? I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.